Good morning, children. A warm welcome to the class. Children got bored by sitting at home? Shall we have a world tour? Yes. Now I don't want you people to stick on to the same place. So let us have a world tour quickly. Imagination tour. Let us have it and come back to the class and have a new topic. Okay, children? So now see, we are starting from our homeland India. Yes, we are moving towards Africa. Yes, we are into Europe. Yes, now we are moving ahead to South America. Yes, we proceed to North America. Let us have a quick tour because again we should be back to our homeland now. Yes, here we are. Again we are into our native continent, that is Asia. See children, in Asia, our homeland India. Yes, after completing the tour, yes, let us be into our homeland. Wherever we go, whatever we see, finally our destination is our homeland. Yes, India. Yes, we are back to India. India is a home of beautiful physical features. It is a home of multiple languages, multiple historical backdrops. So, with a historical backdrop, with such great historical backdrop about our homeland, in your previous classes, you might have acquired some knowledge. In this grade 9, you are going to get some more detailed information about our beautiful country, India. Want to know, children? So, I think you are able to guess the topic name. But not yet. I don't want to reveal the topic name right now. I just want to show you the greatness of the country through a small video. Okay. So, here we go with video. Observe the video.
Take a look at these pictures. What are they synonymous with? What do they convey? That's right. Whenever we see these images or hear people referring to them, we think of our country, India. Come, let us learn more about our country. India is located in the southern part of the Asian continent. It is the 7th largest country in the world. The phrase unity in diversity is often synonymous with India. It refers to the variety in our country. Be it the various physical features, the mixed bag of people and cultures, or the wide range of historical events that continue to influence our country. India truly is a land of diversity.
Yeah. Do you agree with this point, children? Of course, India is a land of diversity. It has got different physical features about which you might have learnt in your earlier classes. Isn't it? Now in this grade, we are going to know in detail about its location, its size. Okay, so here we go with our current topic, India, size and location. Okay children, this is the new topic with which we are going to deal today. Okay, India, size and location. Yes, knowing about such a great country which is our homeland is really a precious opportunity. Let us utilize this without wasting much of our time. So here is a mind map, children, through which we can gain some information regarding India's size and its location. We know very well, children, that the earth is divided into 4 hemispheres. The largest latitude equator divides the earth into 2 hemispheres which are named as northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And here we have our prime meridian which divides the earth into eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. So now if you observe our homeland India, it falls in Northern hemisphere. Exactly northeastern hemisphere. Yes children. So our first fact that India lies in northern hemisphere. Now let us know about the area of our vast homeland. Yes, it is having an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. And you know children, it is the 7th largest country in the world. 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. You might have got a doubt, ma'am, what about the other 6 countries? Isn't it? So, yes, here I am to provide you the information regarding the other 6 countries which are in the sequence. Russia. This stands in first place in the whole world in terms of area. Later on, the second position is occupied by Canada. Here we have the country which is named as USA. It occupies the third position in terms of area in the world. Then we come to the dragon country China, which occupies fourth position in the world in terms of area. And Brazil is given fifth position in the world in terms of area. Then sixth position is occupied by Australia. Then here we go. The 7th largest country in the world is our homeland India. Okay children. So this 7th largest country in the world is having some land border shared with land as well as with sea coast. So now let us discuss in detail about the land boundary as well as the length of the coastal line. See children, what is this land boundary and length of coastal line? See children, coastal line is nothing but here you can see the blue colored coastal line, coastal areas. We are familiar with this word, with the areas which are near to seas and oceans. So here from Gujarat onwards, here we go till here we have the long coastal line. The length of this coastal line is 7,516.6 kilometers. And the length of this coastal line includes even the length of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. You know very well children that we have 2 group of islands lying to the either side of the country. In Bay of Bengal we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I stress on this children, Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in Bay of Bengal. What about the other group of islands, Lakshadweep Islands? Can you guess in which sea they lie? I want answer from Sushma. Sushma, can I get answer for this question? Yeah, here we go with Bhargav. Lakshadweep Islands lie in which sea? Yeah, so they lie in Arabian Sea. Okay children, so in this way we have 2 group of islands which lie to the either side of the country. So when we talk about the coastal line of the country, the length of the coastal line including Andaman and Nicobar Islands is 7,516.6 kilometers. Children, don't forget to include units. If you simply say 7,516.6, no, your answer won't be correct. Whenever you quote something, you should include the units. Okay, this you might have learnt very well in your physics, isn't it? So now let us know about the land boundary. Ma'am, up to now you said about coastal line. What is this land boundary again? See children, do you find any kind of water bodies here towards the north part of the country? No, not at all, isn't it? So here our country is sharing its boundary line with another land masses. Here we have Pakistan, here we have Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh. That means India is sharing its borders in the northeast, northwest side with other land masses. That's why we call this as land boundary. Do you know the length of this land boundary? It is 15,200 kilometers. So now if you observe, the length of the land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometers. Please make a note of this, children. And when we talk about coastal line, just now I have shown you, no children, the length of the coastal line is, including Andaman and Nicobar Islands, it is 7,516.6 kilometers. Shall we learn more facts about this? Yes. Coming to length of north-south extent of India. Ma'am, what is this north-south extent? See, if you observe this map, see, you can observe this line, children, running from east to west. And if you observe this line, it is running from north to south. So, the length of north-south extent of India is 3,214 kilometers. When it comes to the length of east-west extent of India, it is 2,933 kilometers. Okay, children. So, the length of north-south extent of the country is 3,214 kilometers. The length of the east-west extent of the country is 2,933 kilometers. Yes, don't forget the figures, children. So, now here we go to next fact. See, children, our country is, India is bisected by an important latitude, that is Tropic of Cancer. India is bisected by Tropic of Cancer, which divides the country approximately into two equal parts. See, here you can observe the Tropic of Cancer, which is one of the important latitude, divides the country into two equal parts. Observe this map clearly, children, because I have some questions for you from this map. You can see some states through which this Tropic of Cancer passes, isn't it? Observe them clearly. Okay. So, in this way, we have Tropic of Cancer passing through the country and dividing the country exactly into two equal parts. Okay, children. So, up to now I think you have got clear structure about these facts. So, once again I will be recapitulating for you regarding this. Okay, now let us go for map pointing. Children, I think you all are interested in mapping skills. Yes, quickly let us go for, just before I said no, please concentrate on the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Yes, now let us point out or let us plot them in India map. Okay, let us go, let us start this. Okay, so first let us point out Chhattisgarh in the map. Okay, children, now here we have Chhattisgarh. This is one of the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Isn't it, children? Can you see it clearly? Chhattisgarh. So now you can make a list of the states, because earlier we didn't make out any list regarding the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Now you have got one chance to make a list of the states so that you can answer the questions which will be posed. Okay. So Chhattisgarh we have pointed out through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Now let us go for one more state through which Tropic of Cancer passes, that is Jharkhand. Here it is. Can you see, children? This is one more state through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Yeah, let us move to the third state through which Tropic of Cancer passes? That is Madhya Pradesh. Yes, Madhya Pradesh, which is located in the central part of the India. This is one of the state through which our important latitude passes through. Okay. Now here we go with one more state, that is one of the northeastern state. Usually we call these northeastern states as seven sisters. I think you are very familiar with this. Do you know who is the brother of these seven sisters? No, I don't want to reveal the answer right now. Get ready with your answer for this question. Okay, so here we have Mizoram, one of the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay children, are you eager to know one more state? Shall we point out one more state in our country through which important latitude passes? That is Tripura. Again one more northeastern states, one of the sisters, that is Tripura. Can you see here? Even through this state also Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay children. Now here we go with one more state. What is that? West Bengal. Okay. This is one more state through which Tropic of Cancer passes. I hope you are making a note. First we have plotted Chhattisgarh. Next we have plotted. No, I don't want to give the sequence. We will see how far you have learnt. So one more state with we go here to point out, that is Rajasthan. Okay, this is one of the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay children, enjoyed this map pointing? Again I want to show you. See, we have Chhattisgarh, then we have Jharkhand. Are you observing? Yes, here we go. We have Madhya Pradesh. Now coming to our sisters, we have Mizoram, we have Tripura, there goes West Bengal. Here comes the largest state of the country in terms of area, it is Rajasthan. So in this way, these are the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. Okay children, so I just want to give you home task also. Better you remember all these facts clearly. Okay, now let us be back to our, yes, now let us be back to our mind map. Yes, this is the final gist of the facts which we have learnt in today's class. Observe once again children. See, we have India lies in northern hemisphere. Its area is 3.28 million square kilometers. And we know very well that in terms of area, it is the world's 7th largest country. And we have seen the 6 countries which are prior to India. Please remember the names of those 6 countries children. Okay, in terms of area, it is occupying 7th largest country. Now, in terms of population, can you answer which India occupies which place? Anyone?
Second place.
Very good. Thank you Suhana for your answer. Very good. It occupies 2nd position in the whole world in terms of population. So, in terms of area 7th largest, in terms of population 2nd largest in the world. Coming to land boundary, we have seen land boundary is nothing but sharing borders with other land masses. It has a land boundary of 15,200 kilometers length. Yes, now when it comes to coastal line, we have seen that India shares coastal line. The mainland of India has a lengthy coastal line which includes both Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Islands, that is 7,516.6 kilometers. And when it comes to north-south extent, right from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the length of India is 3,214 kilometers. When it comes to east-west extent, it has a length of 2,933 kilometers. And just now we have seen that Tropic of Cancer divides India into two equal parts. This is the only latitude that passes through our country. Okay children, and we have plotted now all the states through which Tropic of Cancer passes. So I'll give you a half-minute time, just have a glance on this. Don't waste your time children, because there are many things to discuss. Okay? Yeah. So finally, one more important fact I want to share with you in this period children, that is latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the country. When it comes to latitudinal extent, you just observe it children. It lies in between 8 degrees 4 minutes north latitude to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. That means India lies in between these latitudes. That's why we call it as latitudinal extent. So when someone asks you what is the latitudinal extent of India, simply we have to answer that it lies in between 8 degrees 4 minutes north latitude to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. Now here you might have got a doubt. Ma'am, you are showing the southern part of the country and you are saying that it is north latitude. Children, don't forget, just recall this picture. India lies in which hemisphere? It lies completely in northern hemisphere. So, as it is lying in northern hemisphere, the latitudes that passes through India also belongs to northern hemisphere. Okay. Let us come back to longitudinal extent of India. When it comes to longitudinal extent of India, it lies in between 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Once observe the figures, numerical values carefully children. 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Got it? So again east. I just want to show you this picture again. India lies in eastern hemisphere. That's why it lies completely in between eastern longitudes. 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude and 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Got my point children? So this is about India, few facts about India which we have learnt in this period. I hope you understood. Let's have a quick recap of these facts. See children, whatever we have learnt in this session, let's recapitulate them quickly. Okay, India lies in which hemisphere? Northern. Okay, please remember these points children, because we have a small quiz. Its area is 3.28 million square kilometers. Why I am reading? I want my students to read. Yes, Bhargav, read out third point. Third
Okay,
point.
teacher. It is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area.
Thank you, Bhargav. Yes, it is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. Can I have Suhana to read the 4th point?
Yes, ma'am. Length of its land boundary is 15,200 kilometers.
Thank you, Suhana. Yes. Here we have one more point, children, that is length of coastal line of the mainland. which includes both the island groups, Andaman and Nicobar Island group as well as Lakshadweep Island group. Its total length, coastal line length is 7,516.6 kilometers. Nikhil, can you read the next point?
Yes, ma'am. Tropic of Cancer divides the country into almost two equal parts.
Okay, and strongly remember this point, children. This is the only latitude that passes through the country, and we have plotted the states through which this latitude passes. The last point by our naughty guy Bhargav again.
The length of the north-south extent of India is 3,214 kilometers, and east-west extent is 2,933 kilometers.
Thank you once again. So here these are the points which we have learnt in this session, children. Yes? Any questions? If you have questions, you can raise your hand so that I can unmute you. If there are no questions, yes, you can send in chat box thumbs up. Yeah. Okay, as you say that there are no questions from your side, then shall we have a small quiz? Are you all ready? Okay, then here we go with quiz. Okay, children. Meanwhile, recollect all the things that you have learnt in this period. Shall we have the quiz? Yeah, 1 second, children. Here we have first question. Yes? India has the land boundary of about how many kilometers? Of about how much length? Land boundary. That means it is sharing boundary with other land masses. Can I have answer from Suhana?
Yes, ma'am. Option C, 15,200 kilometers.
Okay. Suhana has fixed her answer to option C. Let us check. Yes, it is 15,200 kilometers. Keep it up, Suhana. Good. Shall we proceed to next? Yes. Here we have our second question. The landmass of India has an area of dash million square kilometers. Here I want to stress on one point, children. Always area of any landmass is expressed in terms of square kilometers. Okay, area is expressed in terms of square kilometers. So now once again question for you. The landmass of India has an area of dash million square kilometers. India's area. I want answer from Nikhil. Nikhil?
Ma'am, option B, 3.28 million square kilometers.
Thank you. It's option B, 3.28 million square kilometers. See, whenever you were asked a question regarding area, if you write 3.8 million, no, you will be losing your mark. Why? Because you have missed the units. But when you write 3.28 million square kilometers, yes, you have secured your marks. Okay. Now here we go with third question. Dash divides the country into almost two equal parts. This question I just want to pose to Bhargav. Okay. So, dash divides the country into almost two equal parts. Which latitude? Up to now we have discussed, no? In map also we have plotted. Isn't it? Okay, options are not visible, no? Okay, treat it as fill in the blank. I want answer from one of you. Anyone can answer this.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes,
Can I?
of course.
Tropic of Cancer.
Yeah, Tropic of Cancer. Thank you. It's Tropic of Cancer, which divides the country into two equal parts. Now, next question. In which one of the following groups of hemisphere India is located? We have seen that, children, India is located in hemispheres, okay, in two hemispheres, absolutely above equator and prime meridian. Just recollect, I don't want to reveal the answer. So in which hemispheres India is located? Okay, shall I ask Bhargav? Yes, which option?
It is eastern and northern hemisphere.
Absolutely correct. Yes, it lies in eastern and northern hemisphere. Now shall we have the last question, because we are running with time, children. So we will wind up with this question. Okay, which islands lie in Bay of Bengal? We have discussed, I have stressed on it. Did you remember? Just recollect. Which group of islands lie in Bay of Bengal? I don't want to take out the name. Anyone can answer. Anyone?
Ma'am, can I start?
Yeah, Nikhil is ready to answer. Yes?
Option C, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, ma'am.
Yeah, very good, Nikhil. It's option C, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Suhana, Nikhil said that Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in Bay of Bengal. Then we have one more group of islands, that is Lakshadweep Islands. So they lie in which sea?
In Arabian Sea, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, good. That means Suhana, and not only Suhana, all my kids have concentrated in the lesson very well. Yes? So children, as you have to attend for the next period, as it is time up for our period, let us conclude here. Hope you have understood the topic which we have done today. Tomorrow, let us meet with continuation topic. Okay, children? Bye. Take care.